Hey Freedom Liberty family, I'm Mack, and about 5 years ago I married into the Kelly family. My wife Laura and I got married back in 2011, and at that time we were living off one income as I was finishing up my last year of school. We already had some debt and student loans that we were making the minimum payment on, but once I graduated, the first thing that we did as a family was buy a $14,000 car. And if we would have continued on that path and followed what all of our friends were doing, we would have shortly bought a house and probably a few years later bought another car. And within the first 3 to 5 years of our life together, we would have already been in tons of debt. Thankfully, we learned and heard about Dave Ramsey through Tim and Diane, and honestly much through Lauren and Diane's talks. It changed our lives. It took me a while to jump on board, but eventually I did, and we learned that buying that $14,000 car on credit was a terrible decision. At that point, we were $35,000 in debt with the car debt and the student loan debt, and that's all in the first year and a half of marriage. However, jump forward 2 years later, and we have paid off every last penny of debt. We started that process by saving $1,000 in our emergency fund, and after we paid off our $14,000 car, we sold it and bought a cheaper car, and we were able to bank $5,000 that really jump-started our savings account. Our plan is that in about a year from now, we'll be able to buy our first home and put down a 50% down payment. Since we also have our retirement plan in place, at this young age, we will retire as millionaires, and we will be able to live and give like no one else. Dave Ramsey truly has changed our life, and we're so thankful for it. Praise the Lord.